So, this is episode 40. Welcome to the Oneness Podcast. My name is Amy Shine, your host. Today, I am joined with the beautiful Donnielle Carter. She's also an Access Consciousness facilitator. She's a 3-day body process facilitator. And Donnielle, some of you may know her, is co author of the book Right Body for You, which is an Access Consciousness book. Incredible book. It's been around a long time. Some amazing tools in it.
It has.
Yeah. So welcome, Donnielle.
Hi. Thanks, Amy, for playing. I love playing with you.
I know. So we titled today's show, What is the Right Body for You? What is the right body for you, Donnielle?
The short version, the body you have, which really just kind of pisses people off.
What do you mean my body is the right body? No, her body is the right body. I want her.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people do is it's like, I don't have the right body. If I had the right body for me, it would look like this or be like that or, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, hello. I have Facebook user, whoever that is. Hello. And then Megan. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a question for everybody in this. What is the right body for you? Is what is your body actually facilitating for you? Okay. Our bodies are made up of a series of asks, and we just have to be vulnerable, not self-bully, but vulnerable with what we've been asking our body. Because here's the thing, what if some of the limitations you have with your body is exactly what you asked for? And I mean, even outside of diseases or anything like that, but I know people who don't want to work out. And so they've developed knees to where they can't, or, they don't want to work in this job anymore. And so their body gets really sick. I mean, how many of us, even as school children, went, I can't go to school today, Mom. I'm sick. And then by the end of the day, you are sick. Communication and what we're asking our body for is as easy as that. And our body has no point of view about being sick. And so what I mean by we have the right body for us is the body we have is because over our lifetime, we've asked our body for something. We just have to be vulnerable and see what we've asked it for and not judge ourselves for it, but celebrate that our body has actually given us what we asked for.
Oh, goodness.
I know there's a lot in that. I get that. Yeah, but it is, there's a certain freedom in when you acknowledge that you've created the body you asked for, because then you can go, oh, well, if I have that great communication with my body, let me see what else I can ask for.
Well, that's brilliant, because one of the questions, I put it out on social media, like what is the right body for you? If you could ask Donnielle Carter anything, what would you ask?
That.
And one of the questions was, what is required to create total communion with the body? Especially, and I love it, like the question is great, right? So it's like the question, what is required to create total communion with your body? Great question to ask. But then what comes after it was just judgment, which is,
yeah,
especially when you're not at your ideal weight or appearance.
Yep. Yeah. And that's where I said the vulnerability comes in. And real quickly, when I talk about vulnerability, I do not mean what I call self-bullying. Because if you're talking to yourself, and we've all done that where we go, I'm just being honest with myself. If you feel like crap afterwards and your universe is contracting, you are not being vulnerable with yourself. You're being a douche to yourself. Okay. You're judging yourself. You're being mean. And that's what I mean by self-bully. And so I'll go back to my original question of what is my body facilitating for me? Because if you can be vulnerable and really be present with the energies, it's amazing what you can acknowledge that your body is actually perceiving for you, whether it's a disease or not at your self weight. Okay. So for me, this, like, how can I build communication with my body when I'm not at my self weight, right? Ideal weight, or, whatever that is. This is a multi-layered thing. Because first off, what is the extra weight facilitating for you? Like rejection. I didn't want to date anyways. Or I believe I should be rejected, and I created a body that gets me rejected. Or I created a body to prove standards inaccurate, right? To challenge this reality. There's a number of things that if you're vulnerable with your body in your universe, you can become aware of what you're getting. And then also the other part of that, and for me, this is a vital key that a lot of people miss, is okay. So if you're vulnerable with yourself and you look at the part where it says, oh yeah, I created extra weight to challenge this reality, to make people love me, or like to prove beauty standards different, or whatever it is, right? Then did you actually have not communication with your body, or did you have perfect communication with your body? What if you're communicating with your body more than you give yourself credit for? So if you can be vulnerable with yourself and be like, what did I actually ask my body for? 9.99 times out of 10, you find that you actually communicated energetically that with your body, and your body gave it to you. So what if you have better communication with your body than you think you did? What if the weight is not a symptom of lack of communication? But what if the extra weight is a evidence of good communication with your body?
So good communication being your body's giving you exactly what you're asking for.
Yep.
Even
You
if
just
you
need to be.
really realize you're asking for it, even though
Yep.
your head tells you, no, I'm not asking to put on extra weight. Of course I'm not. I'm asking to lose weight. But you're
Yep.
saying, oh, get really vulnerable with the energy of what you're really asking for. Because you can say, I'd like to lose weight, but energetically, if you're like, I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be seen, I don't want to be lusted after, I don't want
Number
any
of things.
on me, you're not going to actually lose weight. You're
Nope.
going to create,
You can gain weight even.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's where the vulnerability comes in. And that, I keep saying vulnerable because for me, vulnerability is being present with the energies as is and not judging it. So you can become aware of everything instead of trying to project.
So can you like maybe guide people like through like, we spend our whole life like saying one thing, but energetically saying another, like being
Mhm.
we're very incongruent, right? Because we grew up in a world that's really incongruent,
Yes. Oh,
and
yes.
so how would you like, how does someone who's listening to this like, and it seems like a lot of the questions had that theme where it's like, I'd like this to be different. I'd like that to be
Mhm.
different about my body. How do you get someone, and how do someone personally get to that place of actually getting to what they're energetically asking if they spend so much time saying this and believing that's not what they're asking for?
Yeah.
Energetically, they're actually saying something else.
Well, it's that's actually one of my favorite things to talk about in addition to bodies is the energy of the words we're saying. I even created a specialty class about it, as you know, the energy of words, because it came from my work with people and their bodies. Because they'd be like, "Oh, I want to lose weight." And then they would say energetically completely something different. And the good news is, and the bad news is, your body listens to energy. Doesn't matter the words that are coming out of your mouth, it is the energy that you be with it. So, one of the things I can suggest to people is when you're looking at strengthening that communication and truly changing your body, next time you say to yourself, I would like to lose weight. I would like to heal. I would like to be better. I have better flexibility or whatever it is. Even doesn't have anything to do with bodies, but just in general, like I'd love to be seen more or anything like that. I'd like to be not shy. Take a moment, take that breath, be present with the energies. Just between you and the universe, are you truly desiring what you asked for? Yes, no.
Mhm.
And that's, again, the vulnerability. I'm going to keep using that word, but it is that vulnerability. But I'm using vulnerability not as I'm going to bleed all over you, but that ability to be present with the energies of what is, not judging it so you can actually perceive what is. Okay. And so in that, it's like, okay, so truth. Universe, I would like to lose weight. And then just take that breath, be present with the energies, because when you say something like that, an energy comes up. Okay. And then just take a breath, be present with that moment, and go, okay, so truth, do I desire what I'm asking for? Yes, no. And it could be a yes, I do, but, and it's that but energy, not the butt we're sitting on right now, but that but energy that is creating that no change, or is creating the opposite of what you're actually asking for. And so, and then it's like, oh, well, okay, then what is this facilitating for me? What am I getting from having the extra weight? What am I getting from having this disease? Whatever it is, what am I getting from hiding? Oh, then I don't have to show up. Oh, then I get people to take care of me, or oh, I get to reject people before they reject me. Or it's amazing what comes up when you're that vulnerable and present. But then the other side of that, you guys, please, 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 not only is that take that breath, be present with those energies, but then you have to acknowledge you had communication with your body. Because it gave you what you asked for, but also in that moment of, okay, so I would like to lose weight. Truth is, do I desire what I'm asking for? Your body's giving you information then too. It's like, nope, you're asking for this. So it's like, the more you acknowledge that communication, the louder and stronger it becomes, and the less you can actually lie to yourself, which is actually truly amazing. So it is about also that continual acknowledgement that you had successful communication with my body. And one of the things I invite people to build that communication with, and it sounds funny, and only a few people do it, but the people who do it, they do really do strengthen the communication. Go an entire day, or at least 12 hours, right? Waking hours, 10 hours, 1 hour. Give me an hour of acknowledging successful communication with your body. And I mean every communication with your body, no matter how little you think it is. It's like, oh, does your head itch? Cool. Successful communication with my body. Is my ring wanting, am I taking off my ring because it's feeling uncomfortable? Cool. Successful communication with my body. Do I need to shift how I'm sitting? Successful communication with my body. Oh, I need to pee. Successful communication with my body. It's like when you are willing to communicate, when you're willing to acknowledge you've had that communication with your body, then when we get into what we have defined and judged as the more serious questions, like body, what would you like to eat? Body, what would it take to heal? You have this well of acknowledged successful communication that makes those other questions easier and more you're more willing to receive the awareness. So it's please do it. It seems silly, but it's amazing how it actually works.
Yeah, because if you're not acknowledging like the small stuff, then you can't actually receive the big stuff.
No.
And it's like, wow, like I never even looked at it that way. Like that if, my body wants to pee and I go pee, like that's a communication. Like that's because we've decided. It's like interesting because it's like when you were saying all that, I was like, oh yeah, that is communicating with your body. That is receiving information from your body, but we don't acknowledge that because what have we decided communicating with our body is?
Yep. And we think those things are automatic functions. They're not. They are successful communication.
And then we've decided communicating with our body is actually something totally different.
Yep.
And hard and complicated.
Well, how many people have decided that successful communication with their body is the answer they want?
Yes. And that the successful communication with your body is when you get the body that you want. When you get your body to look like what you've decided you want it to look like.
That's the answer that they want. Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's so funny, actually, one of the questions was, how do I know when I have the right body for me?
Because you have it.
And then another one. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Donnielle.
Well, what I was going to add to that is, the smart aleck answer is, because you have it. But it's also, again, I'm going to go back to the acknowledgement. We have been creating our bodies every moment of every day with every ask, every question, every choice, every demand, every whine. So truly, what if the body you have is the body you asked for, even though it may not be the body you desire? Okay. So what if the right body for you is the one you have and it's the body you asked for, even though it may not be the body you desire? Desiring what a body looks like is different than what you've asked for.
So
I know that really, I heard a few heads actually bounce with that one. Like brain bounce.
Yeah. So are we just always is that just the program then to desire something that we've decided we can't have?
What we can't have and what we think we should have, right? Because it's like I've done a lot, and I know you have too, done classes on image and things like that. And whose body are you creating? There's so many questions like, whose body are you creating? It could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be media, it could be a family, right? Another question to ask yourself is, who likes my body this way?
Wow, great question.
The first time I asked that for somebody on a telecall. She's like, oh my gosh, my husband likes my body fat, so I won't cheat on him. So she was creating her body as heavier so that she would energetically be like, no, I won't cheat on you. Right? And so there's so many questions you can ask, but it is that being vulnerable with the energies that are present. What did your body give you that you asked for?
And like when you said that, like, whose body are you creating, like, or whose body wants you like this? Like, I just got a flash of like being like 14 and being really orgasmic and like and the other girls hating like that, I had that energy. And so I was like labeled a slut and like I was bullied for that. And then at that stage I was like, okay, I gotta like stop this. So then had to get into a serious relationship for 3 years and just be with one person to prove I wasn't a slut. But in that, it was like shutting all that orgasmic energy. So it was like, oh, so then it's like, you don't even know you've made these decisions like 10, 20, 30 years ago, even lifetimes ago, where you're like, oh, I can't be that. So then you create your body to be like
less than.
So you're creating your body to be what other people want your body to be, which is not too much.
Yeah. It's like, who are you creating your body for? Those mean girls in high school that I haven't talked to in 30 years.
Yeah.
I know, right? And it was funny. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about how it's just like these split second awarenesses. Like you heard that from them, and they asked for that, right? And then you've built your entire life around it. And we're talking about money and business, bodies, whatever it is. I'm like, is anybody else actually impressed that we function at all? I mean, really?
We made it here.
Yes. And, and that's the other thing I want to ask you guys all to really look at and acknowledge. I know all of you are in different places and different spaces and maybe like want to give up or, think it's too hard or whatever. But it's like, if you're listening to this, you are still choosing, you're still demanding. There is somewhere still in your universe that change is possible. Or trust me, you wouldn't be watching this. So please acknowledge to yourself how much of a potent mofo you really are, that you're still functioning, that you're here, that you're still asking questions and demanding and seeing truly what is possible in this world.
Yeah. I like that. And then that kind of leads us to our next question, which was one of the girls said, right body for me is a happy body. And then she said, what questions can we ask to have more happiness and ease with our bodies? So
what would it take for this to be fun for me?
Yeah.
But and also it's like, well, with this, because I can tap into the energy of this person. Excuse me. I can tap into the energy of the person asking this question. And so I'm like, okay, so what have you defined as a happy body?
Okay. I got that too. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
might be aware, right? But what have you defined as a happy body?
A right body.
A right body and a right, according to this reality body?
Yeah, it's like all the points of views about what's healthy and what's, happy, healthy body is a happy body, all
Yeah.
those things we're programmed into. And one of my favorite things is, what's healthy for you is what your body is asking for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. And I had somebody tell me the other day, it was so funny because it's like I don't have an ideal body, but I have a happy, joyous body. Like people just like being around me, right? For that reason. I'm like, hi, right? And so I had somebody tell me the other day, they're like, it's so weird that you like your body. I'm like, thank you.
It is
But I
kind
do. I really do. I like my body. But yeah, so, back to the question, it's like, really please look at what you've defined as a happy body and define, not define, what have you defined as a happy body? And then please look at where that unhappiness that you think it is coming from. And for you, for who this person asking the question, I actually mean a like physical direction. Like close your eyes and go and point to where you think that unhappiness is coming from.
So is that where you've decided, if you've decided the right body is when I have a happy body, then you're also rejecting the polarity of happy, because happy, I mean, it is a polarity energy. It's like if there's happy, there's sad. So immediately when I like saw that, like I got this download of like my mother, who I love her, I adore her. Sorry if you're listening, ma'am. But like she does that, like happy, everyone's happy, we're happy. Everyone needs to be happy. We're all happy. Okay, everything's happy. But then there's like this rejection of like what actually is, because not every day is like rainbows and fairies. Like, and
No,
there's
but you can have
energy.
ease.
Yes. Yes. But if you have rejected, if you decided happy is the right thing, we all must be happy, we must have happy, healthy bodies, then you won't receive, you're constantly trying to reject anything that isn't that, right?
Mhm.
And you won't receive when maybe there's energies that aren't so happy.
Well, and not only that, but then, I mean, in addition to that, you also put yourself in a constant state of judgment. And
Mm-hmm.
what I mean by that is if you're only looking for a happy body, then every single moment of every single day, you have to go, is this happy or not happy? So it puts you in the polarity energy. It also puts you in that judgment because you are in a constant state of judgment then. Is this happy? Is this not happy? Is this happy? Is this not happy? And so, yeah, not only do you reject it, but you live in a state of judgment, which is a very destructive energy.
And you have to do the same thing if you're also deciding I need a healthy body. If I eat
Mhm.
this, is it healthy or not healthy? If I go to do
Oh,
this
yeah.
class, healthy or not healthy? Take this
Oh,
supplement,
yeah.
healthy or not healthy?
Move this way. Don't move this way. Eat this. Don't eat that. Wear this. Don't wear that. Yeah, it's
Drink the green
absolutely
juice.
amazing.
That's disgusting.
I'm sorry?
Drink the green juice. That tastes disgusting.
Yes, because how happy is your body after that?
Sometimes green juice is nice, but sometimes you make your body drink things and eat things that are not nice in that moment.
Exactly. And honestly, I know this sounds weird, but I have seen people all shapes, sizes, health levels, age, not age, but and age, that when they force themselves to drink a green drink or a healthy whatever that their bodies aren't wanting, they've actually created more havoc in their bodies than eating the 3 bites of a Snickers bar that just lights both them and their body up, and doing it without judgment. So it's really interesting how I don't want to say damaged, but damaged our bodies with forcing what we think is healthy or proper or right onto our bodies.
You all know my avocado story. For any of you who haven't heard it,
I love your avocado story.
avocado one day in a smoothie, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. And then every day after that, I put avocado in my smoothie without asking a question, because avocado is a superfood and it's good for you.
The good oil.
The good, yeah. And then I broke out in acne, couldn't change it. tried so many different things, and then eventually went and found this. I eventually asked my body, can you find someone who'll actually talk to my body? Because I was going to like all these naturopaths who like didn't talk to my body and just give me all these supplements. And finally I found this amazing magical lady who like muscle tested me for different things, and she used kind of kinesiology. She was like, you're allergic to vegetable fats. I'm like, what does that? And she goes, that includes avocados. I'm like, I've been eating avocado every day. She's like, yeah. Was she like able to change it right away for me? Like she does this, like, I just think she's magic. She does this stuff. I changed it right away. But all based on the point of view that avocados are healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And, and that's one of the things I love about the Access tools and then the Right Body for You tools is it gets you to that place of actually listening to your body and getting out of the judgment of your body, so that it's like always phone a friend if you need to, because that's what they're there for. I have my friends who I'm like, I am seriously in my point of view. Please ask me some questions. Help me out of this, right? Always phone a friend, but with the tools, you can actually have that communication with your body, with yourself. It's very, very empowering. And, and one thing you said, and the key is like you went to so many different health professionals who didn't include the body, right? And, as part of the Right Body for You story, I spent 27 years with my mother, who is a nutritionist, helping her with her radio show, and where she interviewed all these amazing health people. And I say amazing because they truly had the desire to help people, right? They weren't dicks. They were actually trying to help people. Very few of them included the body. And that's what I love about these tools, about the Access 3-Day Body Class tools or the Right Body for You tools, is about, for me, it was really, truly one of the first things that completely included the body in things about the body. And I look back upon that now, I'm like, amazing that it took me that long to figure that one out, right? It's like, I heard that, ask your body for everything that pertains to it. I'm like, what? New concept, when it should be an original concept, and it is, but we've just learned other ways.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you be willing to include your body every day, especially in things that pertain to it? Might actually acknowledge you have the right body for you.
So Donnielle, Miss Carter, if I would like to dive a little bit more into this topic, we do have you coming to Delray Beach, South Florida. Together, me and Donnielle are co-facilitating a 3-day body class starting Friday, May the 6th. 4th, sorry. I keep getting my dates mixed up.
No, wait. No, you're right. I'm wrong. Right. You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, because it's COP is in June, and I keep missing those dates.
I know. So, and I arrive on the 4th. That's the difference.
All right. You don't need to bother yourselves about when Donnielle arrives. But we are actually doing an Access Bars class together. If any of you are local and new to have never heard of Access Bars or finding out about Access and want to know more, this is the beginning, the bars class. We're doing a bars class together Thursday, May the 5th.
Yes.
In Delray Beach. And then May the 6th through the 8th, we're doing a 3-day body class together in Delray Beach.
Yes. I am so excited.
Yes. We co-facilitating together. So we're adding what we know, what we love about bodies together. So it's double trouble.
It's like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. It'll be fun though.
It will. Lots of laughter, probably some naughtiness, and a bunch of change.
Yeah, and then Saturday night you're going to do a taster of Right Body for You. What is the Right Body for You taster?
Yes.
In Delray Beach. So if you're coming to the 3-day body class, that's a gift. If you're not coming to the 3-day body class and would like to come and try out the taster, it's live in Delray Beach. You can attend. There's just like a small fee. And then are you doing it online as well?
Yeah.
And it's online. So you can join online too, guys, if you want to join that. Is that on your website? Because I did post a link to your website.
It's not on the website. It's on my Access site because I'm launching a new website mid-May.
I'll post it here.
Yes.
So
it is. And then Sunday morning, you're doing something as well.
Yes. So the specialty I'm doing is called accessing the joy of body. So it's using the tools of access and what I know with movement and really just getting your out of your head into your body, um, and letting go of control, accessing the joy of body through movement.
So come and
Yeah,
play.
it's going to be a whole weekend of different like body. I call it like the explosion of the joy of
Yes,
body.
it is. And even technically the bars is the very first hands-on body process. So it is truly just a body weekend. And I'm so excited to play with this and explore this. And honestly, the 3-day body class is a class I like taking and facilitating, because um, you spend 3 days giving and receiving these amazing hands-on body processes. For me, it's like a spa for my body for the weekend. And it is it's not a class of, oh, I've already taken that. Oh no. Oh no. Because every time you run a body process, you come from a different place. So it's absolutely amazing. So please, 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 please do consider joining for all of it, part of it. And it's going to be warm. As I turned on the heater today, I'm literally, as I was hitting the heat up, I'm like, I'm going to be in Florida in 2 weeks. Getting
Yeah,
warm. Oh my gosh.
79 people
Woohoo!
here. Yeah, it's
Nice.
really nice. It's actually a good time to come to Florida right now. The humidity hasn't totally hit yet, so yeah, if you want it, your body would like that. The sun with the like, I love how you said that too, but the like a body spa, like it's beyond a
Mhm.
body spa. You know, when I have stuff going on with my body, or I'm getting stressed, or I have money issues, or my business isn't flowing, things are getting difficult, I'm not feeling very orgasmic, I don't really feel like having sex, like, all that like energy. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go receive body work. Like,
Yes.
and I gift myself a couple of body classes every year. Um,
Yes.
and when I'm like in that weird funky energy, it's time for me to receive more, and it's time for my body to receive,
To receive.
you
Yeah,
know?
and I love that, because so many of us, when we're stressed out, we jump out of our bodies. And I don't mean like, oh, bye, body, but it's like we energetically limit ourselves to our head, which is why I love your movement thing, get out of your head into your body. Because it's like every time I'm stressed, when I go move my body, it's amazing how much better I feel. And if you guys, it's like, please look at this, is when you're stressed, you're anxious, you're having a panic attack, whatever it is, and you go move your body and you feel so much better, then your body is a key to something you haven't acknowledged. Being present with your body. It's not just about the movement. It was like actually being present with your body helps, in a metaphysical term, ground you. It helps make you more present. So it's like, what have you acknowledged about the potency of having a body? What haven't you acknowledged about the potency of having a body? That if you acknowledged it, would give you so much information of how to change what you're actually asking to change about your body or your life.
Yeah, with a lot more ease and less
Yeah.
effort, you know?
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you, Danielle. Thanks everyone for
Thanks,
being
Amy.
here. We
Thanks,
will
everyone.
see you all somewhere soon.
And thanks for your questions, guys. The ones that were
Yeah.
in the chat and before. I love questions.
We'll see you soon. Bye for
Right.
now.
Bye.